I also wanted to explore that scene even further. This is why it's important to have some kind of media literacy. And I don't mean necessarily like you have to watch movies. I mean, it helps. But if you can't understand films in the way that people try to understand books, just media in general, you miss out on some of the more nuanced implications in there, right? Um, but anyway, so in the same scene, all throughout the film, Hammond, which is the guy who was talking about the flea circus, who started this whole thing, whole situation that the characters are in, he says over and over again, as he's very proud of what he's done, like before this point, what he's accomplished with his vision. He says over and over again, spared no expense. I spared no expense. I spared no expense. And at the end of the conversation with the flea circus, the exasperated archaeologist, I forget her name, just eats some ice cream and she's like, it's good, to just kind of dissipate the tension. And at this point, Hammond's grandchildren are in the wilderness at the mercy of man eating dinosaurs. And he just kind of says, sadly, spared no expense. I want people to understand what that scene means, okay? You don't have to have watched this. Again, you can get something more out of it if you watch this movie. But what do you think that means when he says he spared no expense? It means even if it costed him everything, including arguably the things that were most dear to him, which was his family. And you kind of get the implication. It's like, was it worth it? He spared no expense and he lost everything.